What's up YouTube? Welcome to John's Daily Hustle. So today we're actually going to be doing a junk removal. This is the biggest junk removal I've done so far. Real quick before we jump into this video, be sure to check out this playlist if you guys really enjoy watching junk removal content or really like junk removal. Check out that playlist like I said, and go check out all my other videos I've got. And anytime I upload any other junk removal video, I'll make sure I post it in that playlist right there. Alright guys, we got this big junk removal here. Everything in here is getting tossed. Everything here. And there's a bunch of shit out here we got to get rid of. And then we also have to cut the grass, and the front and back. And the front's pretty covered in leaves, so we've got our work cut out for us today. We have to clean all of this stuff up and everything in here as well. I was going to try and keep that shelf, but it's all bent up. It's metal, so I'm going to actually separate it out. I'm probably going to do metal first. I'm probably going to take all the stuff that I'm going to keep. Like, I actually might take the workbench there myself. And that cabinet too. And there's a mower out there I'm probably going to take too as well. I pulled it, it has compression, so I think it might start, but we'll give it a try. A nice little winter project. But other than that, everything else is trash and junk. So we're going to separate it out. I'm going to put all the metal stuff, you know, there's these metal crates here, shelves or whatever it's called. There's a lot of stuff here that could be maybe salvaged, and I can make a little extra money off of this job. And then the rest is all going to the dump. So I got my work cut out for me here. This will be a lot of work, so let's get into it. So as you can see, I got most of it out. Here's everything in here. I'll still have to come back tomorrow, like I said, to finish up. I do believe the neighbor over across the street said he's going to take that, but if not, it'll be hauled away tomorrow. So here it is. I got the majority of it. As you guys can see, I used the mattresses to squeeze everything down. I got a lot of the wood and trash underneath it. And here's all the metal, plus the mower I'm taking, and my cabinet. But everything else in here is scrap. And I'll put some good stuff down by the road. We'll see if somebody takes it before I come back tomorrow. Alright, so we're going to go to the scrap yard first. And we'll have to go to the dump tomorrow because it's closed already, unfortunately. Alright y'all, I'm right around the corner from the salvage yard. I'm going to scrap the metal. Let's see how much I get. My guess is 15, 20 bucks. All I actually ended up getting was about $10.50 or something like that. It was close to $11 is all I got for that scrap. But I didn't scrap everything. As you guys know, not everything in that truck was scrap. As you guys remember that, I brought that home, and as well as the push mower came home too. So the entire bed of my truck wasn't full of scrap. It was about half full, but half of that bed was worth $11 at the scrap yard. But I had to pass the scrap yard anyways on my way home from that. So it was a nice little $11 bonus, I guess, for the day that I was already getting paid to haul away anyways. And once again, we are back at the dump. Hopefully we don't get a flat tire. That's what I always pray every time we get here. I hope we get here safely, and then I hope while we're here we don't get a flat tire. So we're gonna go right up there, up the top of that hill there, just where we dumped last time. Again, I know this is weird, but I absolutely love coming here just for all the equipment and everything that's here. Of course, minus all the trash and stuff in the ground. And we are all done now. Got everything out. We are not taking these planter boxes. But then, I also took everything out of here. We left, you know, some of the stuff and these sandbags and stuff like that. But all the trash is gone, and I even took my leaf blower and blew out most of the stuff out of here. One thing I wish I had the plywood up all around my trailer. As you guys seen, I didn't have the plywood up. If I had the plywood up, I'd have been able to fit all of that trash all in one load. I still would have had to wait until the next day to get to the dump, but I would not have to return back the second day to do it. I would have been able to get it all in one load. Now the reason why I didn't have the plywood on the bed of the truck is because this was a job that I actually did for the property management company that I work for. And once again, they did not communicate with me that there was that much trash, and they didn't realize that there was that much trash. They knew that the guy had left a little bit of stuff because their maintenance guy had said something about it, but they didn't know how much it was. So they just sent me there to do a cleanup, not telling me how much there was. And I get there and I'm like, oh, there's a lot here. You know, I'm not going to be able to fit all this on my trailer. So it was just one of those things where I had to utilize the time that I had and go back a second day and make another load. But I do plan in the future, before anybody says it, I should have put plywood up around my trailer. Yes, you're absolutely right. I should have, and it would have made that a little bit easier, and I wouldn't have had to worry about how I loaded it, quite as much as I did. So don't comment that, because I know that it is coming in the future for the next junk removals I do. I do plan on making that trailer basically my designated junk removal trailer and leaf cleanup trailer once as I go enclosed trailer setup. So unfortunately I didn't have my tripod with me to record me loading stuff up on the trailer, but I figured I did that in the last junk removal video that I did, so maybe you guys wouldn't really like it, or maybe it'd be a little bit boring. I kind of wanted to change it up and keep it different from all the other jobs I've done already. Now the one plus thing about doing junk removals like that is there was a lot of nice stuff that was left there. Like there was a dog house and there was a picnic table and there's all kinds of nice stuff that I didn't have enough room on my trailer to load up or whatever, and stuff that I really didn't want to haul away. So I was able to actually pull it to the end of the road, and I kid you not, the very next day I pulled up, everything was already gone just from people passing by, because this house was right off of a main road, so it gets a lot of traffic. And I noticed that as I was doing the job and as I was cleaning up the front yard from the leaves and everything, I knew that there was a lot of traffic going by, so I pretty much knew if I set stuff that was actually in good condition, it would disappear before I would return the next day. It also helped that there was a lot of kid toys and stuff there, like kids' little riding toys and a little trike and all kinds of stuff like that was there, and all that stuff goes pretty fast, so I set that by the road and it disappeared. I figured it needs to go to somebody, because it was all in good condition. It needs to go to somebody or a good home, or some good kid that's going to actually utilize it. It didn't need to go to the dump. Now there could be a market and all that stuff, like a lot of them good materials when you're doing junk removal, there is a lot of good stuff left over. You could potentially sell it if you had a place to bring it home and store some of the nicer stuff and list it on Craigslist or Facebook Marketplace or eBay or something like that. There's a pretty good market in that if you really wanted to do it, but in my experience it's best to just get rid of it, because you're just going to sit on it, and most of the time if you build some kind of emotional status to it, you're going to be attached to it and you'll never sell it, and you're just going to end up with a backyard full of junk again. But for me, certain things like a little push mower and stuff like that is great, because that's a nice little winter project like you guys are going to see real soon, me trying to fix that up and get it running and everything. And I know for a fact I can make a quick buck on that in the springtime. I can list it and sell it. So you guys will see that in a later video. So I hope you guys enjoyed this kind of video. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. And I really appreciate all your guys' support, and thanks for watching, everybody.